Alright, hey guys, this is War 5 and 6, and I'm starting off on Path 2, which is pretty normal occurrence, and using Nick Fury per usual. And like last war, I'm going to be managing strike counter a little bit differently instead of just completely ignoring it since he is conduit. And start with the double medium, using some more hits, and then yeah, right there I see the Fury is starting to stack. I'm out of hits, so I just throw a special to reset it, and then I wait out the conduit debuff. And unlike the last war with power struggle, I cannot really, stall as long without taking brute force damage, so I just gave him one quick hit. This heavy was probably a mistake, but that was mainly just to better manage strike counter. And I do have skill power backs, I believe. Here I just took some brute force damage because I said, why not? It'll be beneficial to the fight overall. So yeah. And then at this point is where I'm starting to kind of ignore the strike counter, and I was hoping the special 2 would finish it off, but I didn't get enough crits. So no, that's fine. I'm just gonna wait out the conduit a little bit, and yeah, he goes down. It's really no risk there, in my opinion, if you're comfortable with spacing, especially with the second life Nick has. So yeah, that went well. And then here I have Path 4. I'm helping an alliance mate because there was, I think, some sort of something in the planning where they didn't have a Knull counter, so I just said sure, I'll take it since they messaged me. And I was debating to use Doom, but then the whole him using SP1 into your block and it's unblockable, it's just a lot of unnecessary things. So I said I'll just use Nick Fury, who can actively shrug the debuffs with the power start 1, and then heavies to shrug it anytime they give me any. So what I'm doing here is pushing him to special 2 because the special 1 is what activates the corruption timer, and it's also what inflicts the debuffs. And you'll notice here that I ate part of the special 2 but not the whole thing. Here I special 1 again just to get the debuffs off, and yeah, that's pretty much the whole game plan. It's just take a blocked hit, gain debuff, heavy to rid of debuff, and that one special he tried to intercept me, but I reacted in time. And yeah, I'm just trying to get a special 1, but I have to time it with the corruption, as you'll see. Slow hits, and then there. I could have thrown it earlier because his special 1 animation is just so long, but I was playing it extra safe. And then here I'm just trying to get a special 2 out of him. It's weird, he hits me with the first 2 hits, but the last one doesn't connect because I am far enough, I think. I mean, I don't really know what went down there, but yeah, he was fully unblockable, just holding block, so I went to tap his block and he somehow parried me, but it is what it is. It's Nick Fury, he has a second life, so I was not worried at all at this point. Here I just throw a special 1 to shrug the debuffs, but also hopefully close in the fight with the unblockable, and that's what happened. So yeah, it went fine. I do think Doom is fine, like he's a good option, but I just prefer Nick Fury because he actively counters, whereas Doom just, Doom is just Doom. And this last fight here is just a tigra on 51, and I was originally assigned to use torch with flame on, but because of the last war with Mojo and just in general I've noticed the AI being very uncooperative, didn't want to risk that with torch because even if you push Mojo to special 3, he'll put degens on you, and that's gonna just basically tick you down. So I said, I'll use Doom if you approve it. I did message and have a good conversation, and He said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, I know the risks involved. You know, since her blue sense can miss a projectile, I'll just use special 3s. And since there's prowess, I can just nullify them and stagger them and continue to use them for more power." And I also did use the special 3 advanced boost and invul boost to be safe. They were really not needed. You'll notice that I finished this fight with near full health, really. So you'll see here I'm alternating my combo, and that's just mainly so she doesn't gain the prowess early on or too much power either because of the shock. Here I'm just turtling so I can, you know, steal her power, nullify the prowess and gain even more power. So yeah, we're in a good spot for the Doom cycle. I throw my special 3 and let it play out, and from there I just build to another one. And the reason I'm not properly alternating my combos is because I want the prowess, because that is what is going to build my power up anyways. Here I could have used a special 2 and I was very tempted to, but it's safer to build to another special 3 because the incinerates will trigger conflictor, and that's very dangerous. So, you know, you don't want her to use special 2 even if you have the aura up, because it's more dangerous, and if you can avoid it, why not? So yeah, she uses special 3 and she's dead. Very quick fight, very easy fight, and you see I'm pretty much full health. So I just taxi up for Bean and, you know, let him know to get the man god down. And, you know, he's, as I said before, he's a beast. He gets down easily. And then this is War 6, so we have a Jabari on path 5 and a Titania. She is new, so, you know, I did ask some questions. We had like a nice conversation. I'm using a white magneto pre-fight here. I exited the screen and came back, similar to what I did for the last fight, the Tigra. That's just because of the pre-fight bug that Alliance War has. I wasn't sure if the white magneto sticks, that's why I moved back just in case. And once I confirmed that it does stick, I said, okay, you know, it's fine. We'll just play normally. The ensnare, I think it's called, is healing us up, so that's very nice. And here I block it because I forgot exactly how, but she does prevent you from dexing. So in case the dex field thing happens, I didn't want to risk it, so I just blocked it. And I do have cosmic power backs, but as you can see, they were not needed at all because Herc is just, you know, he's a beast. And here's a rank 4 with recoil plus the white magneto pre-fight. That's just a lot of damage, plus my own boosting, and on top of that you also have the fury from knockdown, so it's just a lot of damage. So yeah, you know, he's very good. She has this haymaker phase. I waited it out, and after that it's just a timer. I don't like to think of it as a race to finish, because even if the timer comes back, all you have to do is, you know, wait it out just one more time. So yeah, I would say better to play patient and steady than to, you know, try to finish the fight and blitz it fast. Like, I noticed the timer there is coming down, so I didn't use a special 2 or, you know, intercept or any of that. I just let it come and then waited it out. It's much safer that way. And now that's over, I'm gonna knock her down for the fury. And instead of using a special, I wanted to build to the special 3 just for even more safety, and I knew it would finish the fight. So yeah, this was a good Herc war. So I did have a 20% boost running, but my officer requested that I use a 30%, so I told him, you know, sure, I'm done. I'll put it on, and I did. So yeah, I did use a small health boost because of recoil. It does take away your health, and it's not, I don't need a big health boost anyways. It's like more detrimental than beneficial is what I'm saying. Like, unless you have recoil off, then it could be beneficial, but yeah, in this case, no, it's not. So this Rhino, I did have to cut off a part of the start of the fight, and that's just because of, I had a notification pop up with some personal information, and you know, that's just for privacy, so hopefully you can respect that. And yeah, there's not a lot to this fight. The annoying thing about him is the unstoppable or the unblockable from medium, so the goal is to either punish after his special or hit his block and stay close so I can parry his first hit, which won't be dash in, so it's not going to trigger the unstoppable. So yeah, it's a pretty easy fight. Add the regen boost just to, you know, offset the recoil damage from using a special. This Surfer is the only Knull fight I have this war, so I really didn't care about his health that much. I was just aiming to, you know, keep hitting Surfer till he dies, essentially. Knull is a sick and tired attacker, so he'll block him. And that's pretty much the most important thing of this fight. And yeah, I had a lot of input issues in this fight, and not only me, actually the entire alliance had a bunch of input issues, as my officer told me. And yeah, consequently we suffered for it. This was like a pretty rough war. We did, however, win this war though, so no, that's very happy with that. So here I tried to parry and that didn't work. At the beginning of the fight I also tried to parry and that didn't work, so you can clearly see, you know, all these issues. I'm just spamming special once I can manage the strike counter, and it's dealing a lot of damage. And you know, especially with the heal block, he's not healing from any of my debuffs or conduit, so yeah, that was an easy fight. It was honestly very genius to assign Knull there because I had recoil on, and instead of using someone else, I think initially the idea was Archangel, and before I joined, you know, being my officer messaged me and he said, you know, you can actually use Knull because he's very good. Do you have one? And I said, yeah, I have a rank 3. I'm down to bring him in. So yeah, that was very convenient. So this next fight is pretty much Hercules being a nuke. He's not someone that actively counters this Knull. I use a special 3 advanced boost and a invul boost, and that's my last, you know, SP3 advanced boost, which is okay. I'll just have to wait till they come back to the store. The instructions here were pretty simple. Just keep punching him till he falls down. And my strategy was to like don't do any risky intercepts. Don't do anything, you know, crazy. No need to heavy counter or anything, just wait it out. I'm using the Infuriate to my advantage just to get more specials out of him. And the reason I used this so late is because if I used it early, then, well, it's hard to explain, but essentially one inflict the Infuriate when he's going to not use special 1, if that makes sense. So if you notice that he's at special 1, he's not using it, and he's going up and up, that's when you would apply it, so you can get the special out of him more operatively. Otherwise, you would kind of be wasting the duration of it, and yeah, he's pretty much dead because my boost and recoil and all that. I also did have a white magneto pre-fight for this, so that was very nice. Here I'm just using my last white mag pre-fight, exiting the screen, coming back. You know, that's routine at this point because of the pre-fight bug and war. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I still have my invul boost. But oh yeah, I switched to advanced boost just so I can get special 1 out, and from that special 1 I'll be able to get true sense, which bypasses auto block. And even though this is my last fight, I still healed up because it's boss island and you have to be safe there, and you know, I don't want to take any risk. So the strategy here is very simple. You can do like a parry heavy to build some feats of strength, and then special 1 intercept. That one lag was very scary, if you notice there. Then after the intercept, since I have true sense up, I'm able to attack more freely, and I'm doing some intercepts here, but I'm doing them smartly. I'm not just, you know, spamming forward back, because that's not smart. Sometimes the AI can, you know, light intercept you randomly or something like that. So yeah, before I can even talk, he's just so strong that he killed the fight already. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this war. Thanks for watching and have a good day.